I've said Luke Mello, number 12, quarterback. Good evening. It's great to see so many familiar faces in the crowd tonight, and on behalf of the senior class, we say thank you. Thank you for being our biggest supporters these last 4 years, for packing the stands every Friday night, win or lose, for preparing meals every week, for decorating our locker rooms during sectionals, for opening up your houses so we can bond as brothers. And the list could go on forever. And we know how much time and energy went into all these things, so know that didn't go unnoticed. Noblesville football would not be what it is without you guys. When you think of a Noblesville football program like us, the first thing you think of is the players and the coaches. All the time and preparation we put in throughout the course of an entire year, the off-season workouts, the conditioning, all that stuff. And yes, that's important and plays into part of the success of this team. But the behind-the-scenes things are the things that are just as important and maybe even play a bigger role. When I think about things like this, I think about Bobby Davis and what she did with the Miller Moms, or Ross Wellman, and what he did for our team spiritually. Those are just a few examples, and it's what makes this team great and why I'm so sad to see my journey come to an end here. First off, I would like to thank the entire coaching staff, in particular Coach Shot and the offensive coaches. Y'all have had a huge impact on my football career in my life. You believed in me and gave me the chance to play my favorite sport while playing my favorite position alongside my best friends. For that, I'm forever indebted to the staff. A special shout out to Coach Simmons and Coach Small. These two men have poured into my life in a way I'll never forget. They've been by my side through the ups and downs and never lost faith in me, even when they probably should have. Although I always respect Coach Small as an adult and a coach, I always consider him to be the older brother that I never had. I could go to him with anything, and he would never hesitate to try to help or put his 2 cents in. I will never forget the relationship I built with him over these past 4 years, and I really cherish it all. That I will miss all these coaches on this team and underclassmen in front of me. Don't take those men for granted, because we are truly blessed to have them as a part of this staff. Secondly, I want to recognize my brothers to my left. What an amazing group of men. We were never the most talented or the strongest group, but no one could ever dispute our heart. Us 20 guys stuck together through everything, and that's why we are like family. I met my best friends on this team and built relationships that will last a lifetime. The brotherhood that football creates is like no other sport, and unless you played football, you'll never understand that. We didn't win as many games as we wanted to or host the trophies that we dreamed of, but I think it's safe to say that we left an imprint on this program, and one that will last a long time. I love you guys with all my heart, and I hope we can stay close throughout the years. Next, I would like to thank my family. Y'all are why I'm here today. Why I was able to cope with tough losses or celebrate big wins. You guys have supported me no matter what, and most importantly, love me with all your hearts. I don't really know how to express how much I appreciate what you do, but I'm so very blessed to call you my parents. And for my 3 brothers in the crowd, I hope you continue to grow up and mature into the men that we've been called to be. And I fully expect all 3 of you to do so. I love you guys so much, and I feel honored to be able to further the Mello legacy. And lastly, and certainly not least, I want to thank God. He has blessed me with so much, and I know I fall short of his expectations every day, but he continues to have his hands all over my life. It's obvious that I didn't expect or want my knee injury to happen. It was a devastating experience and one that I'll never forget. And yes, I was upset at times and had selfish thoughts about not being able to finish the season. But through your thoughts and prayers and ultimately the power of Jesus Christ, all the negativity is gone. I have no resentment towards the player from HSE or regret about playing this dangerous game. In fact, it opened my eyes to the simplest of things. Like when I had my cast on, I couldn't put my socks on by myself, or I couldn't shower without a trash bag over my cast. And you see, I was able to turn something so terrible into a powerful learning experience, and I believe that's what this sport is all about. To close this out, for the players in front of me, go kill it next year, and take nothing for granted, because you never know when you're strapped up for the Millers for the last time. I know I didn't. Thank you.
Good evening. If I told you that in 5 weeks, my name is Hank Davis, number 49. I'm a linebacker and a punter. Yeah. All right. Good evening. If you told me that in 5 weeks, Luke Mello would be up and moving with the spirits he has, I would have told you you were crazy. The way he carries himself throughout this injury and rehab has been very professional, and I couldn't be more proud to call him my brother. I would like everyone to give a round of applause for everything number 12 has done for the program. I first brother, and my beloved father. By far the two most essential aspects to my success in the program throughout the years. I can't express how thankful I am for what my mother does for the community, the program, and especially me. She's been there through it all, from washing clothes at midnight so I can have them for the next day, and providing food for me and the team. I will never be able to repay her for all she has done for me, and she'll never understand how truly thankful I am for her. I also would love to appreciate the time and effort my lovely father has put in. Every time I walk in the locker room, I would hear a Coach David said that, or Coach David said this, and 90% of the time it was a lie. He always expressed to me that football needs to be fun, and I need to love the process. And the process has been nothing but extraordinary, and the credit goes to my parents. I'm very blessed for all that you guys have done for me. I would also like to thank the coaching staff for the amount of time and effort they put forth in the program. Noblesville has been very fortunate for such a great group of guys that are passionate about the sport and about their players. Special thanks goes to Coach Shive and all that he's done in my development as a player. And I know deep down I'll always be his favorite punter. And that he never meant what he said to me after I shanked him. I also would like to thank Coach Simmons for teaching me the offense in about 10 minutes and giving me countless opportunities to be successful. My final thank you goes to the most passionate and most unique coach we have, Coach Metzler. I never thought I'd enjoy seeing a grown man rolling around eating grass, but the excitement he brought to the game was unmatched. He always said, if you do anything with energy and enthusiasm, you will love the result. With the great coaching I received from these three coaches, I not only learned the essentials of the game, but I learned the essentials to life. They taught me more than what I bargained for, and I would love and always take time to make sure things are good off the field. I thank you all guys again. I can remember my dad helping me put my shoulder pads on me at Dillon Park in the 3rd grade. In the blink of an eye, I'm here. Here I stand in front of my football family that has supported me and the 19 guys behind me that have been by my side through it all. For all you underclassmen, don't blink. I know sometimes I got mad and tended to yell, but I hope I have taught you something and I've led you down the right way. It's been an honor to get to meet and lead all of you guys, and all I ask in return is for you guys to keep playing. You'll never regret all the hard work you put in, no matter the result. There's more to this game than what you think, and the family we have created this year I will never forget. Cherish every moment, including IU, and value every day you strap up for the black and gold. Thank you.
Jeffrey Musselman, 68, offensive line. All right, thanks for everyone who came tonight. I'd like to start off by thanking all the coaches for all you've done for us, especially Coach Schott, Coach Radican, Coach Simmons. You guys have all done a fantastic job. Thank you guys for all the time you spent away from your families, watching film, preparing game plans, running practices, not to mention all the time you spent with us throughout the off-season. You guys have helped out each and every one of us, not only with football, but becoming young men in general. Every one of us appreciates all you guys sacrifice for us. That's my spot. Next, I'd like to thank my dad for coming to all my games, doing my laundry tonight, and keeping me well fed. Thank you for teaching me how to work hard and do my best. Especially want to thank all the seniors for naming me a captain. I mean, I deserve to be a captain, but I really appreciate the opportunity you guys give me. Cherished all the time I've spent with you guys ever since I started playing football in 7th grade. I wish everyone the best of luck with your post-high school plans. Thank you, Bobby Davis and the Miller moms who provided the team meals each week, as well as the parents who made the food for these meals. Also, thank you for making this season fun. Finally, good luck to all the underclassmen as you guys continue to prepare for next year. Keep working hard because it will pay off. Even if you question whether or not it's worth the time commitment to play football, just remember all the lifelong friendships you're making. Most importantly, have fun at IU next year. Thank you.
I'm Max Blevins. I was number 57. I played outside linebacker. First off, I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for always making an effort to come to all my games, no matter what, how far away it was. And I also want to thank my dad for always encouraging me, no matter how down I got. I also like to thank my mom for always washing all my clothes, always, no matter how bad they smell. I want to thank the coaching staff, notably the defensive coaches, Coach Collinball and Coach Metzler for always pushing me. I know it was a little frustrating a lot. Always giving me an opportunity to push myself on special teams or on defense or with the C games. I want to also shout out the C team for those games. We always had fun. We always pushed hard. It was a fun time playing with you guys. I also just want to say also, it does go by quick. Like what Hank said, like you were at the NFL fields one day, you go to bed and it seems like you're up here at the podium. You never know when your last play is going to be, so I'll leave all of you with always play your heart out and always go no matter how low you get, because you never know when your last play is. Always give it your all.
Gotta move the microphone down. Short people problem. Good evening. My name is Justin Ogle. I'm number 6. Was number 6, and I'm outside linebacker. First off, I'd like to thank all the parents for everything you do. This night would not be possible if you guys weren't here. You guys give up so much time, and I cannot anymore. You give us a meal on Thursday, and you feed us a meal on Friday. There isn't much schools that can do that. I'd like to give a special thanks to the Davis family for giving up their house to us football players on Thursday. I know there is a lot of us, and it's hard to handle, but thank you so much. Next up, I would like to thank all the coaches for all their hard work. You guys give us so much time in order for us to be successful on Fridays. You guys do so much for this program, and it shows on the field. Coach Brody and Coach Kowalik, thanks for always motivating me and telling me to never give up. Coach Brody, you taught me to be a band, and I'll never forget that. Coach Stin. Oh, Coach Stin. You and I have been through it all, from yelling at me during practice, and of course games. Most importantly, you taught me to play with an attitude. Also, thank you for cutting your hair. It needed to be cut. Coach Simmons, man, am I going to miss inside run and 2-minute drill with you. Every day you would call me out and say you're coming my way, and I would tell you I am not scared. We would trash talk each other during the week, and then on Fridays we would be friends again. You loved getting in my head, and let me tell you, it frustrated the heck out of me. Coach Metzler, let's just say that you're different than any other coach, but in a good way. You have so much energy, and honestly, you have more energy than me sometimes. You weren't a good defensive corner, you were a great one, and I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Okay, he taught this defense to have an attitude, and when I was feeling bad, or if I messed up, he picked me up and made me feel better again. Thank you so much. And lastly, the one and only Coach Chuck. Thank you for never giving up on me. I know I made some mistakes on the field, but you were always there to fix it and taught me to not do it again. I will miss you on Fridays when you were screaming at the referees and stomping your feet because of a call you didn't like. Thank you for everything, coaches. Next up, my family. Get the tissues out, Mom. An athlete can't be happy if he doesn't have a family behind him or her. And let me tell you, I have the best family in the world. We have all been through it all, and we have fought through it all. Matt, you're the best little brother I've ever had. You piss me off 90% of the time, but that's okay. Playing football this year was the best decision you've ever made. I got to play with you, and that is something that I'll never forget. You better get to number 6 next year, and if you don't, I'll come back from college and pound you like I do in 2K Matt. Kelsey, thank you for always putting a smile on my face. You made it to almost all of my games, and I couldn't thank you more. You wanted to make it to every game my senior year, and honestly, it made me so happy knowing that you were in the stands. This is it. This is a tough one. Mom, you're my best friend. After every single game, you would give me a hug and tell me how great I played, no matter if we won or lost. After every practice, I would be so hungry, and you would have dinner ready for me. You were my motivation, Mom. You have taught me to never give up, ignore what's going on the outside, and just worry about me and my team. I have learned so much from you, and I'll never forget any of it. I love you so much. Finally, I'd like to give some shout-outs to people that made my senior year once remembered. First up, I would like to give a shout-out to the no-fly zone. This being McGuire Plummer, Zach Tune, Big Gruber, Harris Camp, Travis Gillian, myself, and of course, Coach Richardson. I will miss playing with all of you next year, but the no-fly zone will forever be a thing. Drew shot. Oh baby. Let's just say you made every practice fun. You always made me laugh, and I'll never forget that. Thank you for being one of my best friends. You made me feel so good about myself, and you pushed me to be great. Can't wait to come back next year and see how good you are. Big Gruber, you were one hell of a football player, dude. It was so awesome to see you come to outside linebacker and see how good you were. We would motivate each other during practice, and I will miss that so much. Keep getting stronger and faster, and you'll be a stud. Thank you for making me a better football player throughout the year. Finally, I'd like to thank my best friend, Austin Stapleton. Thank you for not only being my best friend, but my brother. We have been playing next to each other ever since the 7th grade, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. We have so many memories with each other, and you have pushed me into being the athlete and person I am today. Thank you for making it memorable, and I will miss chopping up with you on Fridays. It doesn't feel like it's over. It feels like we all have another year with one another. It feels like yesterday that me, Hank, Jeffrey, Andrew, and Ethan were playing as freshmen. It's crazy how fast it goes. Incoming seniors, this is your team now. Don't leave anything behind. When you feel like giving up, don't. Because you will regret it when the clock hits 0 on your last football game. I miss high school football and Friday nights so much. There isn't any place I would rather be on a Friday night than that with my brothers. It's the best feeling in the world, and any coach or dad or player in this auditorium right now could agree with me. I'll miss this football team so much. All of you will forever have a special place in my heart. I love all of you so much, and I wish the best for all of you in the future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is JD Schott. I was number 8 this year and played wide receiver. First, I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and always supporting me through the good times and the bad times. I want to thank my dad for being my role model and always being there when I needed him the most. People always ask if it was weird having your dad as a coach. At first, it was weird sophomore year to be seeing your dad every single day in school and football and at home. It was like I was never not seeing him. But as sophomore year went on, it wasn't weird anymore. I got used to it, and I am thankful for that. I have learned so much over the years from you on and off the field that I can take for the rest of my life. Next, I want to thank the mother I have. All I have to say is that I am grateful for you and I love you, and I don't know what I'm going to do without you next year at college. I love you. Also, I have to thank Riley for all the support you have given me through the years. You were the best, too. Next, I want to thank Papa. I'm thankful that I get to see my grandpa every single day during football season. Thank you for all the lessons and talks you have given me about sports through the years. # looking good, brother. Next, I'm going to thank my Grandma Shad. My Grandma Shad has attended every single sporting/schooling event that you can think of all the way through kindergarten till my last senior football game, and that's no joke. Thank you for being the best and always coming to support me. Next, I want to say, underclassmen, don't take these next years you have for granted. Always work hard in everything you do because you don't know when it could be your last play. I know you guys probably don't enjoy after-school workouts or 6 a.m.s or even practices all the time, but it's eventually going to end, and when it ends, I don't want you to regret anything. Because once it ends, you will never be able to play with the guys you have played with all your childhood. Just like all of us on the stage, none of us will be able to play high school football again. But I'm thankful for all the friends I have made through the years playing football with. It's going to be weird next year when we all go our separate ways. And for my 2 brothers, I wish the best of luck for you guys, and I love you both for the most part. Lastly, I would like to thank the coaches as a whole. These guys have put in minimum 50 hours a week, watching film for us, putting game plan reports and personnel reports for us on campus to look at every single week. Thank you. Individually, I would like to thank Coach Taylor for being a great 1-year coach for me and a teacher right now. Go Finite. Lastly, I would like to thank Coach Simmons and Coach Mall for being great coaches through the past 3 years. These two could easily be college coaches somewhere if they really wanted to. Well, next year I plan to attend Purdue University and major in education and become a college coach one day. Thank you to everyone for making my senior year a memorable one that I'll never forget. Thank you.
First, I'm very honored to be a part of a great team, a brotherhood, and wonderful coaches and mentors. Throughout my years, even starting out playing with some of you since the 3rd grade, I've learned a great deal about team efforts, which is if you challenge yourself to the fullest and give 110% effort at all times, it's considered a job well done. I would like to thank Newer Moms and my fellow student athletes for everything they've done. I'm overly grateful to my parents for making it to every game, both home and away, for at least 4 years I've been here. Thank you, and I love you.
Hi, I'm Ethan Robbins, number 59, I'm a linebacker, and I had a brief term at long snapper. We all know how that went, especially Hank. First, I'd like to thank the coaches for a great couple years with the program. I wanted to spend my time similar with any other group of people, especially Coach Chapman. Shout out Coach Metz back there, eating grass and whatnot. Also, I'd like to thank my parents and my siblings for coming to every game these past 4 years. And I shouldn't say siblings, I should say Peyton back there. But I lost my spot. Because of this team, I've met people who've not only grown to be my best friends, but my brothers. Past senior classes have always said, cherish every play you have because you never know when it'll be over, and we never believe them. Then we become those leaders, and we're standing right here, and we finally understand what they mean. But that being said, I just want to wish the underclassmen a great season next year, and I want to let them know to treat every play like your last, because before you know it, you'll be speaking up here. Also, thank you to all the parents and our moms who help with team dinners and pregame meals. Every one of us here appreciates it. Sometimes those things go unnoticed, but their importance is what we're talking about. All behind-the-scenes things make this program what it is. Lastly, I want to thank God for allowing me to play this great game alongside a great group of men. Thank you. Go Moose.
Hello, my name is Andrew Phillips, number 24. I was linebacker, tight end, defensive end, and third string dual threat QB. I want to thank my parents for everything they have done, cleaning my football gear after sitting in my locker for weeks, and cleaning my XXL shirt. I'd like to thank Coach Simmons, Coach Scheib, and Coach Metz for being amazing coaches and giving me a new position to play each week. I thank Brian Clark for these games and finding a new love for the song Thunderstruck. Everyone on the team is a brother to me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love you guys, even though you give me a hard time for my pronunciation of reins, wings, and things. Mainly Jeffrey Nelson and Deaners. Feels like yesterday, I was sitting in the freshman locker room talking to Jeffrey about how much practice was going to suck and praying we wouldn't condition after. These years have gone by fast, and I already miss it. Don't take football for granted, and keep working, and you guys will have success next year. Thank you. Shout out Office and XXL.
Austin Stapleton, number 13, outside linebacker, I guess. First off, I'd like to thank my parents for allowing me to play the game of football. I'd also like to thank all the coaches for believing in me and coaching me along the way. These coaches haven't just been a presence on the field, but they've shaped me into the man I am today. I can't believe you're going to laugh. It feels like just yesterday that we were in Bloomington looking forward to 3 practices a day. We've come a long way from then, and I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior for getting me out there alive. I'd like to shout out Scott Berghoff for inventing Hoffa Tuesdays. Big Hoffas can change your life.
like to shout out Andrew Shy for putting in the work and getting the gains with Kramer. I'd also like to thank Chris Shy for being such a great friend. Okay, I'm getting serious. This team, this brotherhood will never end. The last 4 years have taught me to never give up in anything in life, because the harder you work, the more you will be rewarded in the end. Some of my favorite memories were spent with the team and on the field. I will never forget time and work that I have spent with this team. No matter what, if it was no matter if it was a tough practice or we were losing in a game, I always thought that we weren't going to IU next year, so have fun in Bloomington.
Number 55, offensive lineman. I moved here the summer before my sophomore year, and I didn't know what it was going to be like. I was moving to a different state and going to have to make all new friends. I'll be honest, I was worried at first, but then I met Coach Shaw and a couple of the players here, and I was welcomed with open arms. I made plenty of friends and created bonds that may never be broken, and I became a part of a brotherhood that I could never imagine when I first moved here. First, I would like to thank all the brothers on the team. You guys pushed me and drove me to become the player that I am today. I'd like to thank the coaches for supporting and leading me not only to become a better player, but a better man. A special thanks to my position coaches, Coach Simmons and Coach Radican. Got a call from McGuire. And finally, I would like to thank my parents. My mom for all those times that I came home and complained about practice, and she would tell me to suck it up. And my dad for coaching me through middle school and still coaching me today. I love you both, and I couldn't have made it through this without you.
Tight end. I've been playing football since 3rd grade. That's 9 years of my life that I've spent on this sport. During that time, I've had a time in my life, and I've made many friends and memories that I'll never forget. Apart from the good times, football taught me many lessons which helped me become the person I am today. I want to thank my mom and dad for driving me to all those practices, being at all my games, and always being positive. And for always making me go to this championships Mondays. I also want to thank Coach Shine for being both a great coach and a great role model. And I'm waiting for anything else. I think that's it.
I'm Alexandre Pichard, Frenchie, number 55, and I'm a defensive end. Alright, so first of all, I'm not sure about how I'm going to pronounce all the word on my paper, so you can. So first of all, I want to thank my family for giving me everything I need to play football, the home, the friends, like the food. I love the food. Everything. And also the coaches. Like, that's not easy to coach someone who don't always understand what you said. I'm thankful for that, and passions that Coach Ruddy can put in play. Trying to understand what I said. So, I also want to thank my teammates, all of you, seniors,
they just like, they accept me in the team, like they're my brother now. So I'm thankful for that. Alright. I'll never forget that season, those months with you, and like everything here. I'll never forget anything that I've been doing here. Like, yeah. And so if I have an advice for the junior or sophomore or the freshman, I'll say just never stop fighting, because like you never know when you're gonna stop, or like when you're gonna, how do you say it? You never know when you're gonna be done. And I'll just finish with a word like, I don't know, some of the seniors ask me to say every time. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it is, but I'll just say Ricky Bobby.
Playing and being on a football team is a great thing, and playing on this team is truly a blessing. I've been in 3 different football programs and never have been one that's more in your life than this one. The coaches don't just love the team; they love and care about each player. Football's never easy, and the coaches will never make it easy. But it's always just for you as a player, and everything that they do is for a reason. I want to thank all my coaches for always being there and for being a pain in the butt. I want to thank my family for never letting me give up. And this year and the time I've had with this team have made some of the best memories of my high school career. Thank you.
Number 60, inside of one. I've played on a team that scored only 6 points the entire season, and then the next year won every season game. And my 6th grade NFL team won the championship. Yeah, they did. Believe it or not. All I wanted on those teams was to play. And after 7th grade, I was tired of just standing on the sidelines. It was too much effort and time, so I just walked away. After a couple of years of playing Xbox, I wanted to get back in shape, so I joined Fit Club. Soon after joining Fit Club, I met some other football players there, Brandon Hyde and Jacob Rex, and they kept trying to get me to work out with football players, which I wasn't really thinking about doing. Eventually I and boy was I a surprise. The sleds for one, that was awful. I was embarrassed about coming back as the guy who quit football, and not so much that I was just out of shape. They didn't give up trying to convince me, and eventually I decided to join football. I remember going home after my first day and telling my dad that was the reason I liked football, because it's the family, and they just accepted me right back. It still took another month before I was about 100% into it. I didn't think many people think I would make it. I was out of shape. I'd run out of breath going to a drill. But it wasn't for very long that I was in enough shape to be the battle rope champion and join the varsity players. I think I worked hard, and I certainly had dreams of playing on Friday night. Maybe the hardest thing I'd ever done was keeping the 100% in practice, and I realized as a senior I was never going to start on Friday. And that's the legacy I want to leave with the guys behind me. That you can't control everything. There's nothing you can do to grow 6 inches or get longer arms. But what I could control was how hard I worked. I believe that since I worked hard against the guys that were starting, I made them at least a little bit better. Not a glamorous role, but a role I can take pride in. I didn't get exactly what I wanted from football, but I got what I needed. And as long as you stay proud, play with heart, and give everything
25, and I'm the favorite. And to start, you guys hear these guys complaining about practice, but I look forward to practice every day. But to start, I switched from playing soccer my whole life to play football my junior year. What a ginormous change, literally and physically, with some of the guys. They were scary. My dad was the one who introduced me to the idea about kicking for the football team, and we gave it a try early in December. We went out in the middle of the field with our shovels and shoveled a little spot in the snow and kicked. I would like to thank my dad so much, as he has been with me through my whole journey through the thick and the thin. He is my biggest supporter, taking me to camps on Georgia on the weekends, or taking me out and shagging balls with me. He was my coach the closest thing I had for a while. Sometimes this didn't work out, as we got into his nerves. During this process of changing sports, Coach Scheid was awesome in the way that he took me on the team. He was very nice. Sometimes it changed during the games, as whenever I hit a bad kick, I tried to run the opposite way, but he always found me. But I couldn't have asked for a better head coach. He's one of the best coaches I've ever had. In the middle of this season, Coach Scheid said that we were getting a kicking coach. I was thinking, man, now I might actually have to do something. But now I believe it was really good. The new kicking coach is Coach Anderson, and I would like to thank him for all that he has done this year. When he came in and started coaching, he had a direct impact on the team. He helped me work on my kicking game and improved special teams a great deal through the season. Through his teaching of the special teams, we blocked a few vital kicks this year. This is Coach Anderson's first year coaching, and he did an immaculate job. I would like to thank the whole team, as I haven't experienced the kind of teamwork and brotherhood in any other sport. It's a great team environment with everyone being nice and collaborating and working with each other. Big shout out to JD for getting on his knees and holding for me every single day, even though he didn't like it. I would like to thank my mom, as she is my biggest fan, but also my biggest critic, as she will let me know every time I did bad, and she said she would take over my training. I didn't want that. She was always at the games helping with the team, whether it be tailgating or getting food before the games. I'd also like to thank the Miller moms so much for what they've done. We couldn't do it without you, moms. Also, thank you to all the fans that were following the team this year. The students and the parents, you guys were awesome in supporting us through the rough games and the good games. Lastly, I would like to thank the rest of the coaching staff for putting in the hours that they do. They are just as committed as us. They are there whenever we are. It has been a great couple of years, and I'm sad it's over. Thank you.
My name is Max Atkins, number 54, play offensive line. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to my family, my loving girlfriend Rachel, for all this love and support over the years. I'd like to say thank you to my parents for driving me into practice over all the years. I think they enjoyed me getting my license more than I did. Second, I would like to say thank you to all the coaches for the endless hours of work they put into coaching me, especially Coach Small for creating 50 double bubble, and Coach Simmons, because I don't know what I would do without him yelling strike it at me every single day. Also, I'd like to say thank you to my dad, who coached me all the way through 8th grade, as a person who made me better, pushed me to be the best I could be, and as the best dad anybody could ask for. This team, though, I don't know what I would do without them. Some of my best friends are on this team, and without them, there's no way I would have made it through all the weight sessions with Brian in the weight room, and worst of all, the 3 days of hell at IU. Of course, as Jeffrey would say, screw me. I've known these guys forever. I played with Jarrell on my first team in 4th grade when we won the championship together on Notre Dame. I've been playing with guys like Hank and Andrew since Grinders. While we'll never again be able to put the pads on together, there will never be another group of guys that will be as close with as I am with these guys sitting here. Thank you.
All right. My name's Dylan. I don't have a number, and I'm the video guy. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dylan. I knew I was going to have sort of a high bar following Max, so I brought my notes. They say nothing, actually, legitimately. So, I'm just going to go after this. First off, I want to say thank you, obviously, to all the coaching staff for working really hard to train and push these guys every single day of the week. It really is amazing looking from the outside, but still being a part of the team, seeing the effort and all of the really passion that comes with the team and with the family that it is. I have a lot of respect for all the people up on this stage and in the seats in front of me. And it really is just sort of an amazing experience to be involved with, not actively, but as a casual observer, I would say. I never really, I guess until just recently, saw myself as anything more than just a video guy. I'd go do my job and then I'd be done. But I really do feel like I'm a part of this family. I really want to thank all the guys for making me feel that way. I want to thank Michael Stevenson, Duncan's dad, for always being there and dealing with all the problems on Friday nights. And obviously Coach Metzler for putting in so many extra hours to work for you guys and to make the motivational videos and to fix all the little side problems that would happen. And luckily this season it was a really good one, so thankful for that. And then my parents. I really want to thank my parents. Sophomore year, whenever I had my back injury, I really didn't want to go back to football. I really didn't want to continue being a small part of the team. I didn't really see the value in it. But they definitely pushed me and they made me really sort of appreciate the opportunities I had and the participation that it was. I didn't see the value in it, but I thank them very much for making me continue and really pushing me to go through all 4 years with this program. Like I said, I love you guys. I have a lot of respect for you. Thank you all very much.
My name is Max Dixon, number 90, tight end / long snapper. Colt is hot. First, I'd love to thank my family, my mom and dad over there. What's up? I know from all the 6 a.m. workouts to late Friday nights, I know they didn't want to take me anywhere, but they offered and appreciate them for it. Second, I'd love to thank this lovely coaching staff. They pushed me a lot, even though they screamed at me a lot of times, but we all make mistakes. I'd love to thank the guys behind me and in front of me, all the relationships I have with you. I'll remember them always, and thank you very much. I love this team. I love you guys forever.
All right, my name's Elijah Davis. I moved here my sophomore year from Winchester. I wasn't very good, and I'm still not that good. But anyways, I want to thank my best friend Duncan here. My first day, he was the only one that would be my weights partner, and it's a great friendship. So I remember we roomed at IU, and he would watch scary videos on his YouTube, on his iPad, and then freak out at night and watch cat videos. But anyways, this is the guy that I shared my Snicker bars with after each game, so. I also want to thank my coaches, Coach Rad and Coach Simmons. Coach Rad taught me how to play pretty much, and Coach Simmons they both taught me how to be a man. But Coach Simmons really worked us a lot. I also want to thank Coach Scheib over there for IU camp. That was terrible. I've never been more sore in my life until then. And lastly, I want to thank my parents, my stepmom and my dad, who can't be here. They've really done a lot for me, so I can't thank them enough. So thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Knox, number 95, defensive end, all that good stuff. I had a speech. I turned it into just little side notes because there's a rest you call my name. I started playing football 8th grade year, and actually it's pretty funny how I started. Sitting at lunch next to Max Blevins, just talking, having a good time, And next thing I know, there's a paper in front of me. It says Noblesville football. And Max saying, fill it out, turn it in, give it to Gunderson tomorrow. So that's why I started playing football. I made a ton of friends along the way. My best friends play football now. They're literally my brothers. I'll do anything for them. I'll go totally out of my way for them. And one of them now lives in Florida. He didn't play football, but I'd go down there if he needed help. Coaches, you guys are awesome. All you guys are awesome. But especially this year, Coach Ryan and Coach Davis, you guys made football fun. Andy taught me how to dance to T-Swizzy, so that was good. Thank you to my parents for sacrificing so much. Driving me everywhere and anywhere for 3, 4, 5 years, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask of. And all the extra things that goes with it. Little brothers, thank you guys. And Landon, I want to figure this argument out. You call everybody punk, but you're the biggest punk, right, buddy? Just so you know. Alright. Well, thanks guys. Thanks for a great season. Thanks for being my brothers.
Okay, I want to say thank you again to our seniors. It's always great to hear their thoughts in general. Okay, for some reason, if you didn't catch it, everybody that did not like IU camp, well, we're at IU, but were the linemen, for some reason they didn't like hitting every day for 2 hours a day, for 3 times a day, but it was good.